it was 16 boys that went there, and every single one of them died, you know. And I still see their families in the local area and in certain areas, you know, I still see their families. I grew up in southeast London, grew up in Woolwich. When I was about 13, I would say, just used to go do simple activities with the boys, used to play football and stuff. Got to the age of like 14, 15. Football changed to hanging around on the streets, keep each other company, smoking weed, them kind of things. People's characters started changing, you started to see who's who. Then we started selling drugs properly, going to different places, doing them kind of things. I think it was when one of my pals passed away. I think I was 21 at the time. Even though we were still very active on the streets, when one of my friends passed away, I spoke to my mum and I told her, you know, I want to go to Saudi. And she was shocked because she's thinking, why do you want to go to Saudi? Because I remember seeing it on the internet. And she said, why do you want to go there? And I said, no, I just want to change. I want to see how it is over there. When I come back, I want to just change everything, you know, new leaf. And she was like, fine. So I booked my ticket, I went there. I was exposed to a lot of things when I went over there. And I gained a love of like the religion when I was over there. So when I came back, I completely changed everything. I stopped hanging around with the people I used to hang around with, started to change my phone number, started to be in the mosque a lot. And then I met some brothers from the mosque, which were, it was good. It was like a brotherhood there. What we were practicing, everything was good. And then obviously I went from one extreme to another extreme, because in the mosque I got targeted by a group of people, and I noticed like months down the line that these people are not the people from the mosque. Even though they're Muslim and they're practicing, they're not from the mosque. They're not recognized in the mosque. Therefore, they can't hold their lectures, their talks, or anything of that sort in the mosque. They started teaching me things, and I wanted to learn the basics, but they started teaching me certain things which, you know, I didn't question at first. I thought, okay, like any knowledge I'm learning is good knowledge. I wanted to learn the basic books, but they started teaching me about covenants and, you know, going into Surah Ma'idah in the Quran and these sort of things. And there was a lot of kids. There was like 30 to 40 of us in class, and I could say that I was the least knowledgeable there. There were people who were knowledgeable there, who nowadays when I look back, I think to myself, you know, if these guys were only on the correct path, you know, they would have been a lot more serious. This guy who used to teach us, we used to come into class. You can't sit in class if you ain't got a book and pen. He doesn't like you basically questioning him when it comes to certain topics. So if he would quote something about covenants and we ain't got a covenant in this country, we can do what we want, these people are whatever to us and whatever. When he used to come with these sort of talks, I would question him on it. I would tell him, you know, like, where's the proof of this, you know? He started speaking to some of the other students who are his top students. Started to tell them basically like, who is this guy? Where did you meet him? Are you sure he's one of us, kind of thing? And obviously the boys would vouch for me, and it just became a bit crazy. I stopped going to their lessons. I stopped attending their lessons, and I just moved forward with my life and started learning in a different area under a different sheikh, and he taught me the fundamental principles of Islam. He started me off with simple books, Bulugh al-Maram. He taught me the basics and basically an advanced version of the basics as well, which gave me a better understanding, you know. And when I first met this sheikh, he was asking me questions, and when he was asking me certain things, he can see the knowledge I have when it comes to serious matters or political matters, if you want to call it, in the religion. He was shocked, and when he asked me basic stuff, I didn't know. After I spent a long time with him and I came back to the area, I found out that a lot of the boys that I was with ended up in different countries. So some ended up in Somalia, some ended up like in just different places. So a few got through to Afghanistan, and it was just weird because we was all from the streets and we were extreme in the streets, and then came to the religion and we just went from one extreme to the other, when really that's not what we wanted. I tried to ring the boys, tell them, you know, what you're doing is wrong over there, you need to come back, and they basically tried to give me advice over the phone, telling me, you know, what we learned is the truth. You need to come here. You need to see how it is here, what we're trying to establish here, you know. And it was 16 boys that went there, and every single one of them died, you know. And I still see their families in the local area and in certain areas, you know. I still see their families. And it's just when their mom and dad look at me, or their sisters, or anyone from their family sees me, it's like, you know, why didn't you advise your friends? They were your friends. They were your best friends. Why didn't you advise them? You get egomaniacs in this world, you know? They don't want to hear anything you have to say. They think they're right. So you can't really speak to people like that. So, you know, it hurts me when I see their family members or their mums and dads seeing me doing well in life, regardless of what I'm doing, and see me healthy. And it's like, you know, like, you was with my son, you know? That's the only regret I have, that I didn't actually target them a bit more. That's why I got into youth work now, you know, so I can, you know, help vulnerable people regardless of who they are, rather if they're from a religious point of view or if they're coming from prison or selling drugs, whatever the case may be, you know, to help them and to just let them know if the choices that they make have consequences, and that there's a lot more to life than doing what you're doing, basically.